Johnny. We are here today with Mary Jane, the author and illustrator from My Little Pony. Welcome, Mary Jane.
Thank you so much for interviewing me.
You're very welcome. So what got you into writing books for My Little Pony?
Well, I'll go back in time and tell you the story where it started. Are you how old?
8.
8 years old. Well, I started drawing and painting when I was maybe, I'd say about 4 or 5 years old. And I always loved to draw and paint. And so I kept doing that all through the years, and I went to college for art. I went to Rhode Island School of Design, also known as RISD, and I actually teach there too now. And I graduated from there, and I started illustrating all kinds of picture books and other kinds of things like school books and advertising and tea boxes and things. And then one day, Hasbro called, and it was somebody I used to know at college. He's an art director there, and he said, Mary Jane, would you be interested in writing and illustrating a book for My Little Pony? And guess what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So they sent me these little toys to be able to look at, to understand what the characters look like. And when I did start this book, the show, you know, the show My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Friendship is Magic, that wasn't even on TV yet.
Was it?
No, they had all the scripts, all the words that I could read, but they didn't have, the show wasn't actually aired yet. So I got to read all the scripts, I got to look at the ponies, and then I had to come up with my own story and start drawing my own pictures. So that's how.
What's your favorite pony from My Little Pony?
My favorite pony, that's really hard because it's sort of, well, it's tricky. At first, my favorite was Twilight Sparkle because I really like that she's smart and she likes to learn things, and I totally understand that because I feel the same way about, I love to read, I love to learn things. But then I love Fluttershy because she loves animals, and I love animals, so I really could relate to her. And then Rainbow Dash is just so funny because you kind of think Rainbow Dash is a little bit annoying, but then you realize that Rainbow Dash has a really good heart, so it's really hard for me to say. Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. I have like 4 favorites. Pinkie Pie. I like Pinkie Pie because she's so energetic. I like Fluttershy because she's all nice to animals. And that just reminds me, one time when I was standing outside, I put my hands like this, and a boy just flew into my hand.
Really?
Yeah. And I
That's
also
so cool.
like Twilight because she likes to read that. And when I'm at school, I really like to read. And I like Rainbow Dash because she's super fast. And I'm super fast.
Yeah, that's really cool about the bird. I've had that happen too.
If you were a pony, what would be your pony name?
I don't know what my name would be. I'd have to think about the things I like. I like the color turquoise, so maybe it would have that in it. And I love cheetahs, so maybe it would have something to do with cheetahs and Spot and how fast they are. And I love to draw, so maybe something to do with art.
So, what would be your element of harmony?
My element of harmony. Well, one thing that's really important to me is I like for people to get along. So I like to connect people and bring people together. That's really important to me. So it would have to be something that's about connection and things coming together. So I don't know what it is, but let me think about that. What about yours?
Mine would be exactly like Fluttershy's, kindness.
Oh, kindness.
What was your favorite episode through them then?
I love Power Ponies. That was so funny when Spike was reading the comic. It was like a magical comic, and then he fell into the comic with all the characters, and then they all became like, you know, superheroes. And my favorite was when Fluttershy kind of bulked out like the Hulk. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's hard. There are so many good episodes, and the writers who write these shows are really awesome. They're amazing. So they write.
You're awesome.
Thank you. So are you. This is so much fun.
So Mary Jane, will you bring us to your studio to show you how you write and create your books?
Absolutely. Follow me.
Now we're here in Mary Jane's studio. So can you show us how you write and illustrate your books?
I absolutely can. It always starts with the story, as you can imagine, and this is my new story. So we can't really show it to the camera, but this is the one that I'm doing next. And when I write the story, I cross things out and I make changes and all kinds of things before I start the pictures, but I have to write it first, and there's a lot of thinking that goes into that. And then I add all the page numbers so I know where the words will go in relationship to the pictures. And once I've done that, I then do what's called a storyboard. And a storyboard is just basically a layout of the whole book from the first page all the way to the last page. And you can see they're kind of like tiny little pictures. And the tiny pictures help you to kind of know where will the words go. These are like pretend words. And where will the pictures go? And I lay this all out and I keep looking back at my script, at my story, to know where the words will land. And what I try to do is make sure the characters look like the ponies. You know, we want to make sure they look like the right ponies, and also make sure that all the pages are not the same looking. They have to be different so they're interesting when you look at the book. So the drawing part's really, really super important. And once the publisher looks at all of this, and I have to send it first to Hasbro and then to the publisher, Little Brown, and once they give me approval, I start what's called my finished sketches. And I take this sketch after I've done all the sketches and I've gotten all approvals for the sketches. I take the sketches and I print them at a copy place like Staples or something, and print them onto a piece of paper that I'm going to paint on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I look forward to reading your new book. So it's sad to say, but it's the end of the day. So toodles.
Sweetheart, good girl. You're awesome.
Thank you so much for the book.
You're so welcome. I hope you enjoy it.
I will.
It's a good read for you.